trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. You still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I got tired of complaining, I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 50, check 50.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check 43.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 61 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check it out. Switch. Check 52.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught at the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you can...
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Mostert. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off the 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This is Coleman with the ground. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
Here we go, here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch home. Hatchet. Check 26, check 26.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He uncorks it for Snead. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. To throw again is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right. He's got a man complete. The 30. 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even. They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
36. Check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be second and goal.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at third and goal. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 36. Better bring. You better bring. Let me know right now. You better bring. Switch.
Throwing on second and 14. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mostert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Fights him off. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. There's Garoppolo to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ingram again. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
We got 4. Ready. Check 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He uncloaks it for Snead, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.